Welcome back to another Vibes and Frequencies crystal video. My name's Nathan, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you this extraordinary, truly transformational experience that I have had with what I've coined Newitite. But I want to let you know that I've discovered that this Tektite actually comes from Oregon, so you might be able to find it also phrased as Oregon Tektite, but I call it Newitite. And I'm going to explain to you why, because everything in my life has gotten so much better because I've become new, because I've let go of that which no longer serves me. And I want to talk about that because I thought for so long that I knew what was best for me. But I started tuning into this Tektite, Newitite, and what I've experienced from it, the energy, the power, the transformation, it has absolutely liberated me from my false ego self that has been weighing me down for years now. And that's what I'm super excited to share with you guys. If you have not worked with Newitite yet, you have got to try this out. Again, Oregon Tektite. For anybody who works with crystals or feels any crystal energy, you got to check this out. It's not very well documented, so I'm going to be putting out an entire series on it. So make sure to subscribe, like this video below, and check out my Newitite playlist in the description at any point you feel called to, because I'm just going to do this huge documentation on this. It deserves it. It's amazing. So here's the point here. The main thing that's been happening for me in my life. I basically shoved my head really far up my butt for a while. I was angry. I was confused. I didn't understand what was right, what was wrong, what was good, what was bad, what was true, and what was false. And I desperately wanted to know the truth. I really wanted to know the truth. If you are on the spiritual path, then you probably understand what I mean by the truth. I mean, I've been walking on the enlightened path for a while. And what I mean by that is that I've been kind of low key in pursuit of enlightenment, which all my really spiritual friends out there already know is the biggest, but you know, it is what it is, right? So here I am, just trying to figure out what is right for me. Who am I really? I was confused. And Newitite came into my life. You can check out the first video I did, and that's in that playlist below, where I explained the mystery of Newitite and how it came into my life. But it came in at perfect synchronized timing. And the power of it, that fact that I immediately felt the consciousness of this Tektite, and I had this huge wave of energy and realization come to me, and it said, Nathan, this is what you've been waiting for. This moment, not necessarily this Tektite, but right now in this moment, I could feel it. This is a moment of awakening. This is a moment of synchronicity. This door that is opening before me is what I've been waiting for. And I just knew it. I just knew it, you know? So what was the initial experience that I was having with Newitite, and how has it transformed into my feeling called to make this video and share with you this incredible transformation? And by the way, you do not need Oregon Tektite. You do not need Newitite to experience this incredible transformation. As a matter of fact, if you're here in this video and you're going to keep watching it through, and you feel this energy speaking to you right now in this moment, and you feel like I felt right now there's a door opening before you, walk in it. Because what I'm about to share with you has the power to transform your life in ways that you probably never knew were possible. I didn't know. And I've been experiencing all kinds of crazy epic stuff for the last 3 years in my spiritual journey with all these crystals. I did not know what was about to happen next. Here's what happened. What happened was I began to see my delusion, my illusion, a lot more clearly, from a place of really, really honestly looking. And I just want to pose this question to you. If you're on this path, when was the last time you really took a good look at yourself honestly. I don't mean to offend anyone. I don't, for sure, I don't. But what I noticed about myself, I can only speak for myself. I can only speak about what I've experienced. I discovered that for the last 3 years, I've been kind of dabbling in my true self, this incredible power within me that is the creator of all that is this connection that we all have. And what blew my mind is I saw that I wasn't actually being my true self. I wasn't actually connected to my real power. I was walking around imagining that I was. In a other sense, I was pretending that I was in alignment with my power. Fake it to make it, basically. And what's crazy is looking back, I didn't realize, I didn't know that's what I was doing. Now, the Newitite came in and it really kind of smacked me in my face. Now, I want to encourage you to realize something profound is that I was asking for this. I was asking for this wake up call. And something I've learned, and I don't know if it's the truth. I honestly, I couldn't tell you, but it's something that I've experienced over and over again. And it's that life always gives you what you're asking for. So I asked to wake up. I said, I'm ready. I want to know the real truth. I'm tired of deluding myself. I'm tired of pretending like I'm in my power, because if I was really in my power, this is what I realized. If I was really in my power, then why am I still suffering? Why do I still experience pain in my life? Why do I go night after night sleepless? Why do I need things to pick me up? Why can't I just uplift myself from within? Why is it that my external reality, as it changes, why does it bother me? Why do I still get triggered? Why do I still care sometimes when someone says something negative, right? So I realized I'm not in alignment with my power. That was the first step, okay? I realized I'm not in alignment with my power. If I was, I wouldn't be experiencing this dissatisfaction, this feeling of needing to change everything, because I'd be in alignment with my power. And I honestly was just willing to be honest about that. For the first time in my life, I was straight up and I looked in the mirror, figuratively speaking, and I said, Nathan, you're lying. You're a liar. And you know what the amazing thing was? I wasn't bullying myself. I was telling the truth. And whatever you put out in the world comes back to you. And the moment I was honest and said, I don't really know what I'm talking about, I gave life room to show me. I gave the universe, I gave God, I gave consciousness, I gave truth, whatever you want to call it, all that is, the Almighty. I finally gave it room to come in and show me. This is the power of Newitite. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to say it like it is. This is the power of you being honest with yourself. And this is the power of Newitite that it emanated to me and helped me to awaken and realize in my life. It's extremely grounding and yet has this Tektite buzzing energy to it that all Tektites seem to share. And I love it because I can feel it and I like that I can notice it. So the more I notice it, the more I tune into it, the more I begin to feel grounded. Now, sometimes people talk about grounding and they talk about it as being in your body or this or that. And I don't think that any of these things aren't being grounded. I think they're an aspect of it. What Newitite grounds us in, I want to make this clear. What Newitite helps to ground us in is the truth. So I'm just going to be straight up with you. If you're not ready to see that maybe some of the things that you've been doing with your life aren't really true, they're not really true to who you are, if it's too painful for you to look at some of the pain you have, if it's too painful for you, then you might not be ready for Newitite. And at the same time, God, Newitite is calling to you, my friend. Because let me tell you something I've been learning. When you're honest with yourself, when you're honest with others, life is honest with you. It always has been. And things begin to become very clear. And this is why I call Newitite, which is technically Oregon Tektite. I didn't know that when I first named it Newitite, but I'm sticking with it, okay? It's Newitite. This is what helps you to become new. It is not time for you to find a new identity, a new story to bury yourself in. It's not time to find a new prophecy or to put out into the world that someone's going to come and rescue you and save you. It's not time for that anymore. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up for real, and it's time to realize that you are the power you've been looking for. You've always been here. But when you're standing in the story you tell yourself, you're not standing in the truth. And the truth is where all of your power is. It's where all your power is. Newitite is like a bitch slap. I'm sorry. I know that's an offensive word. I don't mean it that way. I don't mean it in the derogatory sense. I mean it as in shaking you. Shaking you. I can't believe Nathan just said that, bitch. That's a horrible word. This is the unexpected. There are things happening right now that you'll begin to notice blooming in your life that you don't even need to get Newitite for, but you can to help to smack you in the face just as it has to me. And you can keep it with you, and you can remind yourself of this, and you can expand this energy in your life. And I love it. I love it. But this is what it's all about. Wake up. You've been dreaming. You've been dreaming that you're awake. I was walking around in my life for the last 2-3 years claiming to be awake, pretending to be awake, but I wasn't. I was dreaming. I was dreaming I was awake. Do you know the difference between imagining happiness and actual, real happiness? I didn't. I honestly didn't. I really didn't know. We spend much of our lives living in our head. And what a lot of us end up doing in the spiritual community, and you know what, I'm not even going to say a lot of us, what I did, what I was doing, and what I'm going to be honest with you about, because I'm not lying anymore. I'm not ever going there again. There's something else far more powerful and peaceful, and it's the truth. And that's where I've always been, and I've been looking for myself. Where am I? Here I am, right in the truth, right in the center of it. Am I enthusiastic in this video? Yes. But what does Newitite really tune you into? I'm being enthusiastic because this is my gift. I uplift people. I help people. I help to shake them and say, get excited about this. Here's this new door in front of you. Get this crystal. Step through it. You deserve it. Give it to yourself. That's my gift. But I want to make sure that you really hear what I'm putting out right now. That's me. That's my vibe. Newitite's vibe. The vibe that Newitite tunes us into, it's peace. There's peace in the truth. And I know it's scary to say, I thought I knew the truth. Do I? Is it possible that I don't? Is it possible that I've been walking through my life in my mind, missing what is really here right in front of me? Is it possible that I've been pretending? Is it possible that I've been a secret sufferer? Secret sufferer. Are you a secret sufferer? Because I was. You could click any of my videos and see me laughing and like a beaming light. People bump into me in person and think I have some answer they don't. Guess what? I would go to bed at night feeling the same feeling maybe you feel. There's this emptiness, this confusion, fear. Secret suffering. When you put on a smile for everyone around you and you put on a smile for yourself and you hold all your crystals and you read all your books and you walk around and you just keep affirming over and over again, my life's going to change. It's going to get better. More money's coming. More everything is coming. And then it doesn't. And that scares you even more. Because if you believing that it's going to come doesn't cause it to come, is it possible that you're just trapped in this emptiness? And that's scary to look at, isn't it? And so you don't. You pretend that it's okay that it's not here yet. It's still on the way. You pretend and you fool yourself and you ignore all the evidence around you that suggests it's not here. And you only say to yourself that it is. and you keep faking it to make it. I have something to tell you from me, from who I really am. And I'm given this unconditionally because I do love you. I finally love myself. I was pretending to know what love was before. This is what unconditional means. Stop pretending to be happy. Be honest that you're not pleased with the way that things are and that you want them to change. Be honest. Because the moment you're honest, you give room for the true power that you are to come in, to guide you, to speak clearly to you from a place of something very special. When I was honest with myself that I didn't have the answers and that I was lying to myself and I didn't know, and I was honest, suddenly a new awareness grew. And I realized that I don't need to be putting my attention on trying to attract more money into my life. I need to put my attention on that part of me that thinks that more money in my life is going to bring me happiness and joy. See, that's the part of you that's confused. That's the part of you that Newitite helps direct us to look at. Newitite is an incredible tektite. But I think that you are awake. I think that you are. And I think that you hear that there's something else I'm speaking about in this video, and that Newitite is guiding us to, but it isn't Newitite. It's guiding you to it. It's the power you've been looking for. And I've tapped into it many times, mostly with my Lemurian quartz. In my whole Lemurian quartz series, if you guys saw that, I was standing in truth in that series. I was standing in my real power. But I didn't know. I didn't know. If you want to know, doesn't it seem kind of obvious that the first thing you have to do is admit that you don't know? And that's what we're so afraid to do in front of each other and even in front of the mirror. I'll tell you what, if you feel that door in front of you and you're ready to just stop the bullshit, stop reading all those books, taking all those courses, they say, oh, you can change the character that you are and reprogram all your beliefs and you can attract more amazing things to yourself. If you're really ready to set that energy down, it's not that it's not true. It's not that you can't change your life. You can. But the fact of the matter is, you're not standing in the power that actually changes your life while you feel the need to change your life. So I'll say again, if you're ready, if you want to do this, do it with me. Let's do it together. Comment below that you're in. Just say I'm in. And follow along in this series, this Newitite series. You can get Newitite from me. You can search online and try to find other people selling Oregon Tektite, and you don't even need it. All you need is the willingness to admit that you haven't known and that you've been suffering. That's it. That's all you need to be ready for. That's all you need to have. You don't need to buy anything. Let's do this together. Let's finally set this part of ourself down that's unwilling to be satisfied in the now moment. And let's take a good fucking look. And let's be willing to be honest. What do you say? Thanks a lot. Once again, my name's Nathan. If you like this video, if you feel called to share it, do it. And I'll see you for the next video. Much love.